Hello, my name is Pierre Zamora and I will introduce Aurélie.
My name is Aurélie Caron and I'll be the first officer on this flight today.
And I will be the captain. So we're going to fly 4 legs today. Porto and Brest. First will be Orly Porto, next Porto Brest, next Brest Porto, and at the end
Porto, Paris.
Thank you very much.
Full day.
For start checklist, flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel 7,700 kilo, 4 pump ton. Passenger signs on, windows
Locked.
locked. MCP.
Alors V2154 heading 241 altitude 8000.
Takeoff speed V1 150, VR 151, V2 154. CDU pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
3-0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision light on before start checklist complete.
Parti pour le push.
Pour démarrer le 2.
Eh bien on démarre le numéro 2. Start to engine.
Starter cut out.
Prêt pour le 1?
Pareil pour là.
On démarre le 1. Start one engine.
Starter cut out.
Eh bien le démarrage est terminé monsieur. Vous pouvez totalement vous déconnecter et attendre le signal à droite de l'appareil. Très bonne journée.
Eh bien, je le vois.
Avec la broche Flaps 5. Trop près. Before taxi checklist.
For taxi checklist, generators on, probe heat on, de-ice off, selection valve, auto, engine start switches continue.
Clear left.
Et clear right.
Your control.
My control.
15 la broche.
France Soleil 39 Lima Alpha, autorisé décollage 24, vent 210 degrés 10 nœuds.
Autorisé décollage 24, France Soleil 39 Lima Alpha.
Heading 576 Lima, contact départ.
Trace 7.
Romeo, contact ground, bye bye.
V1.
Bye bye.
Rotate. Positive right.
Gear up.
Nav.
Air France 29 Alpha Charlie, autorisé décollage 24, 210 degrés 9 nœuds.
Belle speed.
Vas-y, décollage 24, Alpha Charlie.
Ah,
20 degrés.
peut-être plus là. Ouais.
Ballon Cotin 1279,
After
ident.
takeoff, checklist, engine blitz on, Pax, auto, landing gear, up and off flaps, up, no light, after takeoff, checklist complete. Je détache les collègues.
0 pour le guidage, Cotin 12. Twin 80 degrés papa, montée niveau 110. Cotin 1279, à gauche 480. À gauche 480.
For the time being, we are stabilized at flight level 120 because we are flying just below all the arriving aircraft, landing in Charles de Gaulle. So we have to fly low, and we have to pay attention to our rate of climb, not to have TCAS alert.
En soleil 39 Lima Alpha, bonjour, direct Rollen et montée niveau 200.
On va monter sur le niveau 200 direct Rollen, France Soleil Lima Alpha. Alors, Rollen. D'accord.
Alors, niveau 200, c'est 7 et Rollen exact.
Je te fais une autre copie.
Oui.
Alors, N1, VNAV speed 200 et LNAV.
Ryanair 11, Mike X-ray, descend flight level 220 to maintain your traffic 1000 feet below your assign level.
Descend flight level 220 to maintain copy traffic at Ryanair 11 Mike X-ray.
Oui.
FM6 speed, VNAV passe.
Check.
Tickets below.
Yes. Et cruise. Et climb.
Cruise climb check.
Are you ready for a cruise briefing?
Yes, I am listening to.
Okay, so the aircraft, just as a reminder, the mask is a full face. If we have to use it, don't forget to turn the beam boom to the mask here. The weather radar is on automatic, and for the TCAS, we're already in the below position. In case of a depressurization, today the flight takes us above water, and above Spain, we can go all the way down to 10,000 feet. If something happens while we're over the water, I suggest we turn left toward the coasts of France.
Yes.
And when we're above Spain, we can either turn right or go straight ahead to Porto. If we had an engine failure today, if the autopilot disconnects, we can try to re-engage it. For the upper throttle, I will disconnect it and put the power up all the way up to the green sign. We need to reach an airspeed of 242 knots. So we'll put it here, and once we have reached it, I'll press level change.
Yes.
The thrust asymmetry will deal with the rudder. Today the max alt here is not a problem. We can go all the way down to 10,000 feet, and we'll have plenty of airports on the way. Regarding the airports, I suggest we retain Bordeaux first. We even have Biarritz, which is a little far, but
Okay.
we're used to flying there. In Spain, we can go to Asturias. I suggest we don't go to Santiago because the weather is not really good. It's becoming foggy. And then we can go all the way to destination, which is Porto
For sure.
today.
Yes, I agree.
Regarding the fuel, we should have 3.2 left on arrival. We wanted 2.6. It's 600 kilo, so we have 15 minutes to wait there, or we have, if we need to go around, we can also do that. So
Okay.
once we get closer, we'll talk about the fuel again, more
The
precisely.
probability to divert is very weak.
Yes, because the weather is fine.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions or things to add?
No, it's okay. Everything is good.
Briefing complete.
So let's talk about this first leg, this Orly Porto flight. Our parking stand was uniform 4. We pushed back face north. Exit Lima uniform. We taxi Whiskey 2 and Whiskey 1 all the way down, and we took full length runway 24. We flew the leg 1 Whiskey standard initial departure, and we stopped our climb at flight level 120, which is normal in the Paris Orly area. It's due to the arriving aircraft in Charles de Gaulle. The air traffic control stopped the climb for the all departing aircraft to permit all the arriving aircraft in Charles de Gaulle to fly and took their standard arrival. So we resumed our climb to flight level 370 next. We flew the south of Brittany, between Nantes and Rennes. We overflew the Atlantic Ocean and then the north of Spain. And we arrived by the north of Portugal, and we forecast the Asport 3 Tango arrival, followed by the ILS-17. We have a very efficient tool called EWAS. It represents our flight, all the flight path, with the weather conditions, which allows us to have a good situation awareness. If we talk about weather, we have turbulence in green area. We have all the stormy weathers with the orange and red area. We can see that on the left-hand side we have some thunderstorms and we are actually inbound for Atlen. It's a very, very efficient tool for us.
French 39 Lima Alpha, radar contact, descend level 250.
Level 250, France Soleil Lima Alpha. Je te laisse.
507.
Je fais l'annonce.
Ouais.
Your control you est ici.
Yes.
Warlock signal channel.
Porto Plus 48, tic-tac 40, at Villar Blues with information from requested DC clearance.
Tic-tac 40, after departure climb to 1,500 feet, QNH 1018,
Check.
squawk 1340.
Slot 09 and 1, call you back from clearance. Break, Ryanair 4534, wind 180 degrees 7 knots, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Flight 39 Lima Alpha, wind 170 degrees 6 knots, runway 17, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 17, France Soleil 39 Lima Alpha.
Scandinavian 2774 Porto, bon dia. Clearance not yet available. Slot 0933.
Flaps 30. Set speed VRF plus 5.
We got a slot 0933, Scandinavian 2774.
Plus 5 set.
Check.
1000.
Check.
Approaching minimums.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue.
Check.
One 100.
Allez.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed break up.
Ryanair 85 Roman November, line up and wait 17.
Reversers normal.
Line up and wait, runway 17, 85 Roman November. Correct, and the runway condition 666, dry.
Still knots, autobrake
Okay.
disarm.
Et c'est bon, on avait 3 minutes.
Sir, you clear to start engine.
Starting number 2.
Copy, starting
Start
2.
the 2 engine.
Press set.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Pirote.
LNAV.
Pixel nord. 260.
Et je te la mets
Et on
après.
a juste après.
Alors, heading
Check.
860. Je passe. Tout run. Hop. C'était ok, j'exécute.
Exec.
Hop. Et je te le repasse en LNAV. LNAV,
Alpine
tout run.
34 Lima, turn left heading 215
Speed 235, 7 standard.
Heading 215, double ground 3,
Standard set. Flight level 45. Top.
Check.
After takeoff, check.
Allez, je les détache. Hi, my name is Aurélie Caron, and I've wanted to be a pilot since I was about 8 years old. So in France, to be a pilot, you can take the ENAC exam. I took the ATPL, and then I moved back to France to a French school to convert the pilot license. And at that time, it was 2008 when there was another financial crisis across the world. So it was difficult again to find a job as a pilot. So I worked for Airbus as an engineer, and then I worked for SNECMA. SNECMA makes engines for aircraft, and in 2018, Air France opened the Cadet program. They had that program on and off throughout the years. And in 2018, they reopened it. And I took it. And I got selected after 8 months of different stages. I started my training in 2019. We were lucky enough to have some glider training as well as some aircraft training, so that was a great experience. Now I'm lucky to be part of Transavia since December 2021, and I've been flying the Boeing 737 ever since. And I'm very happy to be here. The aircraft is great, and we have a great network in Transavia with some airports that are really challenging. So I'm just excited to be here and part of the Air France group.
Allez, gear down, flaps 15. Set speed 15.
Prochaine fois 2 fois, j'ai visuel sur 737 en finale. Reçu Alpha, donc numéro 2 derrière, attention à la turbulence de sillage, j'ai rappelé en finale 25 gauche. Numéro 2 derrière, je rappellerai en finale piste 25 gauche, prochaine fois 2 fois.
$500.
Cleared.
Check.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Je termine la vue.
Oui.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed break up. Reverseur normal.
On va au bout.
Ok.
Contrôlé, on fait un 180 et on reprendra Charlie, France Soleil 75, Tango Romeo.
Eh bien, on se
Pas de
retire.
en finale pour un complet piste 25 gauche.
Ok, on est parti pour le tour avion. Let's go to perform the walkaround. Okay, tires are in a good shape. Static port is good. Right engine check. The engine's called good. Everything is good inside. No leak under the engine. Leading gauge seems to be clean. Brake wears are good. Average on the tires. The wheel well is good, no leak. The other side of the wheel well is good. Fire extinguishers are good. Everything is clean. Everything is fine, let's go.
Pareil pour la mise en route.
Eh bien, on démarre le numéro 2.
Pareil au 2.
Anti-collision light on. On. Before start checklist complete.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Elnav.
Lundi approche, bonjour. Le France Soleil 7850 en montée vers le 190.
Eh bien, c'est standard.
Flight level 48. Top.
Check.
In Brest, we were parked at stand number 6, right in front of the terminal. So we were allowed to push back toward the west, and then we taxied via Charlie. We were allowed to enter the runway, taxied all the way to the end, and then turn around to take off from runway 25 left. The departure plan was Quimper 6 Whiskey departure, so it's straight ahead and then right turn to go back to Quimper. But about this area, we were cleared to Rospo. Rospo is right here. Rospo is here because of military activities. So it was not possible to go to our planned route right away because of the activities. Once we were in Rospo, we were cleared to Corul, and so right now we are across the Atlantic Ocean. Then we are going to fly south-southwest toward Spain and Portugal for an Asport 3 Tango arrival. We will go through Adnov for an ILS 17 in Porto. The wind is turning a little bit, so the ILS 17 is what's planned right now. It could change, but we're ready for both, but we should be doing the ILS.
On each leg, in order to minimize the fuel consumption, we use a very efficient software called OptiFlight, which calculates optimum climb speed. Those speeds are based on the weight and the weather conditions, the wind. On this leg, we can see that the trip fuel is 4,064 liters of fuel, which represents 2.7 liters per 100 kilometers per passengers, which is much more ecological than your cars. Every pilot in Transavia used it, and we are very satisfied of this software. Ladies and gentlemen, some information about our flight. We have reached our cruising altitude about 39,000 feet or 11,900 meters. We are flying at a speed of 900 kilometers per hour or 480 knots. The outside air temperature is minus 55 degrees Celsius. We are just overflying the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going to overfly the north coast of Spain and then the Portuguese boundary. Landing time expected at 25 to 3 p.m. local time. Parking stand a few minutes after. We should be right on time at our parking stand. In Porto, the weather is quite fair with a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius for the time being. And for the most curious among you, for your information, we used for this flight 4,064 liters, which represents fuel consumption of 2.7 liters per 100 kilometers per passenger. You can see that the aircraft, your Transavia aircraft, is a very ecological way for travel. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a very pleasant end of flight, and I come back to you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Minimums. $100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. V1.
Hi everybody, my name is Pierre Zamora. I have nearly 11,000 hours of flight. I discovered the world of aviation when I was a kid, thanks to my father, who used to fly as a private pilot in clubs. And as far as I can remember it, I always wanted to be a pilot. I was very fond of military and civilian aircraft, and that's why I decided to be first a fighter jet pilot and then an airline pilot. However, I didn't succeed joining the army or the French Navy. That's why I decided to be an airline pilot a little bit sooner than expected. I started to fly at 17 years old. I studied mathematics, and I joined the ENAC school in 2004 to be graduated in that school. I joined Air France in 2004 as Airbus 320 co-pilot, first officer. I was lucky to fly the Boeing 777 from 2009 till 2019, and since 2019 till today, I'm happy to be a Transavia captain on the 737-800. And since last month, I am a type rating instructor on the 737-800. I'm very happy to fly for Transavia, which is a very young and dynamic company with a very wide network, with a challenging airport, challenging lines. We fly till the north of the Europe. We experience cold weather operations and hot weather ones when you go to Senegal, for example, and all the Mediterranean short Greek airfield. So it's a demanding and a challenging network, but that's why I like it very much.
We will be arriving on the French coast toward the north area, and then we are expecting Nimer 9 Whiskey arrival, which is right here. You can see the airport right here, so we'll go to Nimer and then Odilo. Afterwards, we'll go to Basel and have some vectors, and we expect some vectors toward the ILS 25 in Paris Orly. Arriving in France, we expect some stormy weather and maybe a bit of a challenging approach in Paris, because there might be some thunderstorms and some CBs. So we'll see. Once we land, we expect to leave the runway via Whiskey 35. There will be another crew taking the airplane to go to Toulon. So we're expecting to be parked at on contact, as we said, either in front of Orly 3 or Orly 4.
Et cet hôtel, est-ce que vous pouvez garder 310 minimum? Sûrement, on peut garder 300.
Et 300 feet to level off. Attaque. Toujours 12.
Donc Yankee Charlie, contacté en ligne départ 127 décimales 750, au revoir. 127 750, Yankee Charlie, au revoir.
Allez, bon ben cap 070, c'est pas trop mal.
070.
Alpine 39 Romeo Echo, contact approach 124 4505.
124 4505, on va passer vers Romeo Echo. Alpine 39 Romeo Echo, speed 180 knots. 180 knots, Alpine 39 Romeo Echo.
On ne pourra pas overshooter l'axe compte tenu des conditions, avec le CB qui est juste au nord de l'axe.
Et Transavia 89 Romeo Lima, juste pour information, on ne pourra pas overshooter l'axe parce qu'on a une cellule juste après l'axe.
89 Romeo, c'est copié, descendez 80 pieds, QNH 1009.
4000 pieds, QNH 1009, Transavia 89 Romeo Lima.
FMC speed 4000 feet, c'est check.
90, autorisé approche ILS 25.
À gauche 290, autorisé approche ILS 25, Transavia 89 Romeo Lima.
Voilà. Donc initial 290 et on est autorisé. C'est identifié de l'autre côté.
Alpine 39 Romeo Echo, speed 160 knots, tower 187, bye. 160 knots, 187, Alpine 39 Romeo Echo.
Je poursuis le virage pour m'éloigner un peu. Heading to 80.
280 check. Voilà.
Check. Et les Q.
Heading to 537. Check. 17 degrés. La lock et glide alive.
Check. Flaps 1. Speed up 7.
Check.
Boarding 6950, bonjour, from Whiskey 41 runway 24, line up clear for takeoff, wind 220 degrees 11 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, wind 6950.
1,000.
Check. Les 1200 feet.
Stabilized, checked. Donc la vitesse va s'effondrer en courte. Les chances. Avec 12
18 de face.
6950, contact only departure, goodbye.
500.
Cleared.
Approaching minimums.
20 de face.
Minimums.
Continue.
One hundred. 50. 40. 30.
Français,
20.
Zulu, piste 24,
10.
le décollage en 220 degrés 11 nœuds.
Décollage 24, français 48, Tango Zulu.
Speed break up. Reverse normal.
Boarding 89044 from Whiskey 41 runway 24, line up and wait.
Whiskey 41, 124, land up and wait, waiting gate 944.
Auto break, disarme. Là.
Ouais. Alors tu lui dis deux choses, il y a un ambulift qui vous gêne.
Donc juste à côté du poste Delta 02.
C'est juste au moment où on passe de la taxiway, on tourne à gauche pour rentrer au poste.
Je suis bien.
Hi guys, we're back in Paris after our 4 legs today to Porto, Brest, Porto and back to Orly. We had a great time, I hope you did too.
And we hope you enjoyed flying with us and you enjoyed the Just Plane video, and we hope to see you again on Transavia Airline.